Well, this is an interesting episode. Uh, just felt like there's so many new people around here and so many. I'm so grateful for all of you. And I realize there's people who don't know who I am and people who just come here. And I just want to introduce myself. And maybe if you're watching this, if you could let me know who you are and where you're from, that'd be great. Uh, but my name is Luke Fitzgerald. I'm former 12-year pro basketball player. And I share a lot on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. And like most things in life, we evolve and evolution is part of life. If you're not growing, you're shrinking. And I feel maybe this video here, of course, is me just telling you something, but this is gonna be the video I refer people to when they ask me who I am, what do I do, all this kind of stuff. And the time of me recording this is the 31st of May, 2022. So I'm sure in a year, this will all, it'll evolve like we should be. And I feel, what's up, guys? What's going on, everybody? And how do you guys like these live sessions, by the way? Because I can record these videos and then upload it, but I like having the interaction here and getting to know you. Dom, I see you all the time. What's going on, brother? You're one of my favorite people here, by the way. Ethan, John Doe, Haitian on the road. What's going on? But who is Lukelifecharms? It's a great question. Not only people know who I am, and like I say, I think evolution is so important in who we are. And if we're not evolving, then we're not necessarily growing necessarily. And we're in a way shrinking, we're growing or we're dying. It's one of the two. And for me, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I left Cleveland. When I was 17 years old. So when I was 17 years old, I left Cleveland to Kentucky. I got a full scholarship for basketball and I went to play there. And that was like my first time leaving home. And that's the moment that I go to when I think of people who are always asking me, Luke, I'm scared to travel. Because I know how you felt. At 17, I left Cleveland and I went to Kentucky in a place that I didn't know anything about. And then after there, I signed a pro deal to play semi-professional basketball in Kentucky, which was kind of my first taste of what it was like to be a professional player, to be a professional basketball player. And from there, things just kind of evolved. I think as you start to grow, your taste buds change as you get older. If anyone can relate to that, your taste buds change. And as I was semi-pro, I was like, I want to be a professional. I want to be overseas. And from there, I went to Australia for 2 years. So I lived in Melbourne, Australia for 2 years. Then from there, went to Germany for 1 year. And then from there, played for 8 years professionally in France. So I've kind of been bouncing around a lot. So when people ask me, do I like to travel or is traveling hard? You can see that from age of 17, it kind of just became part of part of who I am. And I had to figure things out as I went along the way. And if any of you guys are still if you're at that point in your life, that transition point of like, what do I do? I could break down many parts of my life story and there you come to those crossroads, the split in the road where you need to choose. And for me, I chose to just pursue what my intuition and what I felt in my heart was going to make me happy. And for 12 years, being a pro athlete made me extremely happy. And I loved it and I loved it. But you all made me look at everything different. I can't even lie and say it was something else. It was you all, without question. It was YouTube. Hearing that, I realized that I had an ability to reach you all who would have never met me in any kind of way, anywhere in the world, but you could come to a YouTube channel and see me and listen to my thoughts. And I wanted to show you guys where I'm at and bring you guys along through all the vlogs, over 1,000 vlogs. And then it made me realize, well, basketball's taking my time and I'm not able to go travel places. So I said to myself, like, well, if I can't really travel anywhere, basketball's great, but I really play basketball because I love inspiring people. I love making people smile. When I get a steal, when I get a dunk in the game and everyone just jumps up and screams like, yeah. And I point to the crowd, like pounding my chest or whatever I do, depends on how I'm feeling. It was a moment when you're screaming like, yes, that nothing else in your life mattered. Nothing else mattered. You were just chill. You were just calm. And I love that. And I found on YouTube, I could do that every day. And I didn't have to worry about if I was injured or something happened. I never did get injured. But I was able to play my whole career, never miss a game, of which I'm very proud of. But I wanted something more. And I feel like the one thing in common that people have who have watched these last at least 20 videos that I've posted, you want something more. So I was 12 years as a pro athlete and still like, I still wanted more. Because what you got to understand is where you're at right now and where you've been, there's a common theme between that. So there's a common theme with where you're at, the jobs you like, what you notice in the world. There's a common theme. So for me, it was inspiring people. That was my common theme. So one of the things that I did was I tried to find that common theme and what else can fulfill that common theme that would give me more free time and allow me to travel more. So I left being a pro athlete. I actually left my contract early, and scary decision, very scary. For all of you guys who have to make scary decisions, I feel like I understand where you're coming from. You know, to lead up, and I guess this is more of not who is Lukelifecharms, but to catch you up on to my present moment, is I left basketball. I walked away from basketball into YouTube so that I could travel and reach people in different countries and share perspective and hopefully inspire them and inspire people who want to go to those countries to go there. But more importantly than that is I had set aside money that I was going to travel for about 10 months. So in 10 months, the money I set aside for that travel was going to run out. So 10 months, I left in May of 2019. 10 months led me to March-ish 2020. So for you all who saw the vlog and saw Bali and saw all this stuff that I was doing in Asia, like there was a deep sense of like, oh my gosh, the world is shutting down. The money I had set aside is running out. And I'm not in a place or in shape to go back to basketball because I couldn't even go back to train. So for me, that's where everything kind of shifted for me. That's when I started to look at the vlog different because I'm like, I'm living on a farm, isolated from everyone in the woods, and I can still share entertaining videos, but everyone watches my vlogs and then they go back to their life, which if you love it, then that's great. But if you're struggling or you're not happy, then I felt like, you know, that doesn't feel right for me. I want to inspire people and I want to get you guys to get out of your comfort zone and have more courage. So from that point on, I shifted. I created like little masterminds and little businesses. And then I moved on to, I told you guys I wanted to be the #1 life coach. And Lukelifecharms, so to speak, I went to every one of Tony Robbins' events and I said, you know, I'm going to learn this stuff. I'm going to help people. And the more I learned, the more I invested money into myself, the more I would look at my vlog that I made, which was documenting my life, as of like, why don't I share the knowledge that I'm learning? So you guys don't have to pay thousands of dollars to go to a course. I can just share my perspective and what I got from it with my sauce on it, how I think, to you all. And that kind of evolved. And now I've shifted into this mode to right now in present day of someone who I really want to inspire you guys to just live your best life. And so many of you, it's not about having more money. It's not about making money online. It's just about you having more courage and being more resourceful. That's it. So I want to create, especially coming up these next couple of videos, what I think I'm going to make this week. I'm running group programs, so it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I should get them out this week. Is to help you guys to scale, like I guess it would be to have more courage. To have more courage, and then that leads to you thinking of new ideas without the scaredness of other people's opinions. And I think I've always been this guy. Like people always ask, like, Luke, how are you able to do it? What makes you come up with these ideas? How do you keep creating content all these years? Like your views are going down. Why do you still show up? And it's just like the deep down answer for me. I had a call with someone, and the deep down answer when they asked me this, because I was reaching out for help, was I've always had this like, oh, thank you, Eric. Travel Adventures. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. For me, I realized that I always had this, since I was a kid, I had this idea, and it's still here now at 35 years old, of like, I can change the world. Like, I can change the world. Like, and it's always been there in my mind. And I was taking a program today, and really the only difference between insanity and genius is the result. And I thought about it, like just this moment of like, if I can just share what I'm learning, if sometimes it requires me to put music and share it like this, but other times like this. I love being here and just talking with you guys and just hanging out with you guys. And honestly, it's who I am. To inspire was always there. If you look at the vlogs and you look back at any vlogs that I made, there's always a part of inspiration there. But now I want to really hone in, because now as I've went into my coaching, and if you guys don't know, I transitioned into coaching. And when I transitioned into coaching, I could work with one person. At that time, I was charging $1,800 for 9 weeks to work with me. And at that time with my coaching, I was like, wait a minute, with one client, I'm making more money than I was on YouTube, and it's only taking me 30 minutes a week. So from there, that made my brain start to think of more of a business standpoint. And now it got to a point of like, if I can keep inspiring people who are watching my channel, if I can get them to see certain perspectives, then I can get them to make money. I can get them to have an impact, and thereby they'll work with me so that they can afford, as of like right now, the minimum is like $5,000 to work with me in a one-on-one situation. But I was like, if I can help people get there and show them that this life is possible, this life of traveling, and like, if they can see the real side of it, like, yeah, you know, and honestly, it wasn't even totally my idea back in Bali, living in all these nice villas. I loved it and I thrived in it, and it was great. And it taught me a lot. But I live in Mexico right now. Like, I literally live in Mexico. I live in an apartment. My apartment costs like $90 a month. Like, I really, like, there's ways that I watched people who were more wealthy, who did things. And I was like, looking at them always stay low. Even though they grew their income, they just stayed, like, kept things simple. They kept things simple. And I really just, I love my life right now. You know, I don't have a full roster of clients like I had before. I don't full-time travel, like, and just jump countries every single week. But I got to slow down and know myself, and create something that's sustainable, and to build an audience and to document the process. So if you ask me who Lukelifecharms is, it's just, I'm like this evolving person. Like, yes, I could go back to play basketball. I've thought about it. I've thought about, will I be in shape enough to do the CrossFit games in 7 months in the next season? Like, I've thought about all this stuff. But overall, I think I'm someone who loves to just share my perspective with you all. I love to inspire you guys, and understand that I don't want to motivate you. I want to inspire you. And there's a difference. Inspiring you means that it's within you all already. Like, it's in you already. Like, if you see it, you be it. That's a simple thing. That's a phrase I love. Like, if you can see something, you see what you are. Everything in life is a mirror. All people are a mirror. All events are mirrors. When you look at the world, you're seeing a mirror of your perspective on the world. And I think if I can just share my perspective, then that will be enough. And I feel like now I want to dive into a little bit more. You guys know last week we talked a little bit of people who are like 50 and over. We're going to still get into that, because I believe that they have so much to offer. And for all of you guys who I did clarity calls with, I'm so thankful for you all. Regardless of how it turned out at the end, you all got clarity, even if you didn't sign with me as a client, although some will keep things quiet. But I just wanted to, I hope that, you know, and I hope that you understand that I'm this kid from Cleveland, guys. Like, Luke is this kid from Cleveland. Like, yeah, now I'm 6'8", I don't know, 270, like big guy. But I'm just a kid from Cleveland. I'm a kid from Cleveland, Ohio. And I'm a kid who wanted something. I'm a kid that when I was a kid, like, freedom for me was a bicycle. So many of us, we get so caught up on freedom, but we decide what freedom is based off of what other people think freedom is. Like, for like 12-year-old, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old, it was a bicycle. And now, almost 20 years later, it's like, I have a motorcycle, and just to ride in the mountains and just to go, that's freedom for me. And it's very much defined. And I guess when I share what I do, it's not so you guys can think like, oh, now I have to do it like that. But now you can see what's possible. Like, I hope that more so that who I am for you guys is just to show you what's possible. Like, I didn't have millions of dollars to start traveling and do this with, like, what everyone thought. It was like I wanted to build a business, because people don't understand. Like, everyone, it's so funny, because I did some calls this week with people. And by the way, if you guys I'm going to give away 2 clarity calls this live session. Maybe I'll do 2 every time. Clarity call if you guys want it. send me an email. You have to go in the description and send me an email. And if you guys are looking for some clarity, maybe some a little bit of guidance, send me an email and just title the email the title of this video, and I'll know to click on it. But I think so many times, I forgot what I was saying actually. But yeah, I just hope that I'm able to you guys just see that I'm just, yeah, I wasn't this person with like millions of dollars. I'm going to travel. I wanted to build a business. I wanted to create something and an impact. Because what the mistake, and I see this in clarity calls, I see this in my clients, I see this when I talk with people, groups of people, that everyone thinks the dream is just to travel. Like for some reason, like everyone sold you the dream of going to college and doing this. And then people are trying to sell you the dream on just traveling full time. Like it is nice, yes. But I've done that. And from my experience, like, if you don't have a way to contribute to society, you don't have a way to contribute to people, it's a very like lonely trip after like 2 months. So if you've been working in corporate or working a job, like the first month is great. Mojitos on the beach and all that kind of stuff is great. But trust me, like after like a month, your soul is gonna be craving for something. You can shut it down and hush it up with different things and distractions. But at the end of the day, you want to have an impact. Like I've even evolved as a coach. Coaching, I used to help people just find more fulfillment. Now I coach people to build a legacy. Like in a legacy, this is something that lives after you're gone. So if you just travel full time and you just live your life, your best life, and take pictures, that's great. But then you die, and what's the legacy? We often don't think about that. Like it's never too late to start a legacy, creating content, talking about your experiences. I'm going to create some frameworks for you guys, most likely this week or next week early on about that. Because some of you guys need to be sharing your experience. Last week, I got on people who are over 50, but this week we're going to still talk a little bit about it, but we're going to get back on them later in the week. But you have to understand, hold on, I think I froze. I think I'm back. I should be back. I froze a little bit. Can you guys hear me? Can someone let me know if you hear me? My screen's saying I'm frozen. But I should be here. And one of the better ways that I found is to create content like this, being able to sit here, record it live so I can read you all's comments. I get to know you guys better. It creates like a more intimate experience for me. And I guess the easy way to say it, I think my internet's just going. It's been storming and a hurricane here in Mexico. So, and earthquakes, by the way, last week. So yeah, that might be the response for the internet. I can't see myself. I'm frozen, but I'm gonna act like everything's fine. If it's really frozen, I'll just upload this recording. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to introduce myself and come out here and say thank you all so much. You hear me, but you can't see me. Thank you, Alejandra. That's so interesting. I don't know how to, I'm not sure why. It's the internet. You gotta love it, you gotta hate it, it's like that mixed relationship. I still yet have not found the country that has fast internet yet, traveling. But yeah, I just want to create entertainment, of course, entertainment, but I want to just create things that really help inspire you guys and you all who are here, who leave your comments, who send me messages, who send me emails. I just want to thank you so much. There's a lot to look forward to, and I want to really start to, my mentor told me this, about just to start adding even more value. So things that I would normally even coach people on, I want to start creating that for you guys so you can start building your own thing. Oh, you can hear me coming in and out. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. Yeah, that's the internet. You hear me loud and clear. Okay, that's great. You can see me. Some of you guys can see me. Some of you guys can hear me. You guys just need to talk together and sum it up. But I just want to say thank you guys so much. And yeah, I'm someone who's just very appreciative. You know, last year was a very interesting year for me. And I thought that I wanted to be able to just travel and make money and do all this kind of stuff. And I did it. And I had more than I needed and gave some away and still had more than I needed. But I was with people who were in the same situation who weren't grateful and appreciative for what they are. So I just want to say, if I can give you one little piece of knowledge today, is if you could go on a walk And maybe if you can't go on a walk, maybe you can just, after this live session, I'm going to finish in a few minutes, just sit and think of all the things that you're so grateful for. And I look at it as I'm in, like, I have two places here, but the one place I spend a lot of my time is it's a $90 a month apartment. And I'm just as happy here as I was staying in a $3,000 a month huge villa that you guys saw in Bali. And the more I look at it, the more I realize it's so much less about the external things. And it's about literally how you feel inside, really. Not a snapshot that you take and you put on Instagram, but how you really feel. Like when you're sitting in silence and you are on your own, how you really feel, it matters. What you focus on matters. What things in life mean to you, they matter. And I think the more we can realize that, especially as a group, the more we can help other people and allow them to see the same. I want to just thank you. You all have changed my life. You all who, like I say, send me messages, reach out to me any kind of way. You guys who donate, support me and my channel. I'm going to get into that this week. I have a video coming out, 2 videos. First one is how I made my first $1,000 on YouTube. So to help you guys out, and the crazy thing is it was not with AdSense. So what I want to do is help you guys out there and let you guys know that, and then show you how I made the first 10,000. So these are ways that have worked for me. I think I've done a lot of things, and as I'm evolving quicker, if I don't share how I did it right now, then when I try to teach it in a year or 3 years, I'll be onto something else. Like now I'm really into public speaking and really into leads and lead generations and having people who are working for me. And I want to start to share with some of the things that have worked for me in the past. So you guys who want to, what's up, Starry15? What's up, guys? What's up, everyone jumping in? Renee, what's up? I'm glad, thank you for binge watching me. I appreciate it. I love creating binge-worthy content. Hope this is some of them in the lives. So I want to just create more things that will help you with that. So any suggestions you have, anything you guys would like to hear about, never hesitate to reach out to me. If you reach out to me on Instagram, I'll probably respond the fastest because I'm on Instagram all the time, probably way too much. Thank you guys. I have a special dinner tonight, so I'm going to go to my dinner, but I wanted to just drop in here. No plan, nothing, nothing shared. I mean, nothing written down. That's kind of it, guys. That's kind of it. If you guys want to check out some things, know more, like I said, I'm going to refer people to this video who don't know anything about me. I've got programs. I've got a couple books. I've written a couple books that people find interesting on Poland, on creating content. 3 of them, they're on Amazon right now under my name, Lukelifecharms, and group coaching, one-on-one coaching. And you guys who are a little bit nervous about spending money, I have a total free school that I created for people who are struggling. If you're feeling a lot of anxiety and wanting to learn more about money, I created a whole entire school for that. And so many people were generous enough to donate their programs to my school. So in there's a bunch of programs from other people that they've donated to help people. That school was originally created for the people of Bali because I knew that they couldn't really afford at a price point of some of my programs. So that was created. But because of that, you all get to benefit from it too. But on that note, I have a dinner. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you all. I'm so grateful that you're here. And yeah, I just want to say thank you. So speak to you later. And yeah, guys, remember, very important to remember this. Remember to work hard, be brave, and don't forget to smile. Ciao. Take care, guys. Love you.